One of the biggest races in the world is stop number 21 on the series. The Castrol GTX Cup Series goes to the Brickyard 400 at famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. On the pole, Dylan Hughes in the 32. Alongside of him, Dalton Day in the 17, row 2. Adam Chambers and Rob McCabe, row 3. Stephen Weber and Josh Osborne, row 4. Aaron Reed and John Douglas. 35 cars will be going for one of the biggest prizes in all of racing at the prestigious, famed Brickyard, Indianapolis, Indiana. And the green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity! This may be another wreck fest here like we had at Pocono. And by the way, I said the Mr. Excitement 500 was the second Pocono race. Nobody gets the crying tell like on NASCAR Race Hub. Dylan Hughes takes the lead. Adam Chambers quickly moves into second position. And oh, the spin! That's Dylan Hughes! He goes... And somebody in trouble in the back. Jasmine Acosta's around. Chris Dollerton. Now maybe the only car that spun was Jasmine. The 48. Let's look again as to what happened. There's the 48 of Jasmine Acosta, the 42 of Chris Dollerton. Chris just shoves Jasmine right in the wall. Zed Weinstein must have got a piece of the 42 car. Dollerton drives away, so kind of a hit and run somewhat. Let's ride with Jasmine and see what she saw. Ooh. Got it too far. Let's ride with Miss Jasmine. In-car camera from the 48. She following the 24 of Trey Campbell. Boy, she just blatantly gets turned right in the wall. Puts her in gear and drives off. So just a simple little shunned, as we call in road racing. And so the caution flag is out. Adam Chambers has the lead. He took the lead. He had just taken the lead when Dylan Hughes got spun or got turned into the grass. He's still at it though. And it looks to me like we're going to have a restart with 2 to go, I think. Or this was supposed to have been an 8-lap race here at the Brickyard. Yep. We're going to have a we're going to have a 3 laps to go restart. And go back to green flag racing here. Adam Chambers, the Pepsi 400 winner, leads. Stephen Weber in the second position. Third is Dylan Hughes, in spite of getting shoved in the grass. Adam Chambers looking for a second win of the year, and both of them would have been the big races. Oh, and Chambers gets the wall, and oh, he got trouble down the backstretch again. Matthew Rodriguez and CJ Soares. No! Matthew Rodriguez, Colin Cropley's in it. Ryan Cooper. Oh. It looked like it was going to be a 2-car crash. The race back to the finish. Oh, something else must have... This could be... Who gets to the line first? It may be Dalton Day. Who gets there first? I don't know. That is the race, by the way. I don't know who's got the finish. So that was... Something happened. Let's look at what happened. Something else must have happened up front. Other than the crash itself. What a wild Brickyard 400 this has been. Not much racing action. Dalton Day was actually running about 9th or 10th spot. Now there's Adam Chambers and Stephen Weber. They were battling for the lead. And oh, yeah, Chambers gets in the wall. Weber gets into it. See, and Dylan Hughes, Mark Matthews gets crashed as well. Kendrick Walker was in it. You saw Dalton Day sneak through. Fred Christopher was also stuck there. Dougie Shears, Ken Johnson, Dylan Hughes got back going again. There's Dalton Day winning the race back to the line with 2 laps to go. So the race is official. Dalton Day has won the Brickyard 400 in a very bizarre finish. And when we say bizarre, I ain't kidding when I say that. Now here's the crash, what caused right there. He might have, nope. CJ Sorensen actually hit the wall himself. Dalton Day almost did. Watch this right there. CJ hits the wall. He gets into Dalton Day, but Dalton keeps going, obviously. Matthew Rodriguez spins as well. It looked like it was going to be a 2-car accident. And then Matthew comes right back in the front of Ryan Cooper and Colin Cropley. And Matthew flips the car over. Colin and Ryan were just victims of circumstances. And let's look as to what happened. Let's ride along with the 20 car of Colin Cropley. That is something right there. From the in-car camera. Driving down the backstretch and oh crap. Colin actually was upside down as well. Shows you his tough season he's had this year as well. Ryan Cooper didn't have a fair view neither. Here's from Ryan Cooper's car. And he got a little airborne too. He got airborne on the back end. Tore up the Bass Pro Shop Chevy up pretty good. And here they come. This is the finish of the race here. They're down the front stretch now. And we're able to see Dalton Day win the Brickyard 400. Rob McCabe will come up second. 1 Chevy, and the Aaron's Dream Machine finishes third. And the race, there it is. The Crown Royal Ford into victory lane of the Brickyard. Rob McCabe second. 1 Chevy finishes third. Dylan Hughes fourth. Ken Johnson 5th, and Dougie Shears finishes 6th. And here's the final running order here at the what was a bizarre Brickyard 400. May not have been no J.R. Hildebrand crashes out of turn 4 deal like I saw at Indianapolis 500, but Dalton Day finishes first. Rob McCabe, 1 Chevy, Dylan Hughes, Ken Johnson, Dougie Shears, Fred Christopher, Trey Roberts, Richard Anderson, and Derek Walker, the top 10. And there's the rest of the running order right there. And CJ Sorensen, the first retiree, 16th spot in the first of the attrition list. Dylan Petit finishes 15th, the last car running. And look at that's the entire attrition list right there, 16th to 35th. As Kyle Petty always says, incredible. Sheesh. Alexander Dawson bringing up the rear in 35th spot. May have to slow the cars down at the Brickyard, I think. We may have to do that. I don't know. Dalton Day doesn't hope so. Dalton Day is the winner of the Brickyard 400. He has won it in the Crown Royal Ford. Here's the standings after the Brickyard. Dylan Petit now in the lead by 17 over Ryan Cooper, Kendrick Walker, Trey Roberts, Johnny Gardner. Finishes 5th in the points. Then Fred is running 5th in the points right now. Fred Christopher, John Douglas, Richard Anderson, Mark Matthews, and Nick Knotts. Here's the rest of the running order. And the points. So, we're going to go road racing next on the circuit. Watkins Glen for the hell of a good sour cream dips at the Glen. Don't you miss that neither.